And we're on. Welcome to NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast, episode 63. Now, this is going to be a rerun a little bit right here from my boy, Jeremiah Sierra. He's considered the godfather of FOREBROS 2.0. That's right, baby. We'll get into that a little bit later. But he's a good buddy of mine. He's become one of my best friends. And I'm so thankful for the relationship that we've made. And it's all because of this damn game, the game of golf. Now, he's going to talk to us a little bit about one of the groups and one of the leagues that he's really started with, FOREBROS 2.0. And also, I'm going to have Jaime Martinez on. He's going to be talking about his league, Vatos Locos, because really that's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for a place to be, looking for a home, especially out there on the golf course in this great city of San Antonio. The game of golf is really grown. So right here, let me bring my boy, Jeremiah Sierra.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, man? How's it going, baby?
Just good, just put the kids to bed, watched Encanto for the 100th time. Don't talk about Bruno, that's what we've been fucking hearing.
And you know what? I think the reason why I'm really laughing so hard is because I live that life too, bro. And I catch myself, and I'm like, don't talk
about Bruno. Yeah.
I hate that. You know what? And now it's an even song. Like I listen to the XFM like on the way to school with my kids, and I'm hearing it on the damn, XFM, and I'm just like, I don't know. All right, man, let's get right into it, bro. So we have FOREBROS 2.0. You are the dog father. You are the godfather of this, and you have a game going on all the time, but we can't show this to Erica. We can't let her know.
Yeah. Don't show that to my wife. She thinks I'm working all the time.
Hey, man, you're a good provider, bro.
Got to be, just so I can play.
All right. So why don't you tell everybody out there, all our listeners and viewers, just a little bit about how the group came to be?
Well, it was like several of us, including you, Chris, Jones, Charlie Gary, CJ Hinkle, Arnold Garcia, David Warner. There's a bunch of us that are still on the FOREBROS 2.0. It was just a bunch of us that got together on the weekends, and we had a group chat on the text message, but you know how those things go. It just gets crazy, and we all just decided to make a Facebook page so we can communicate, so we don't have to listen to all the text messages coming along. And it all started from there. So I started calling courses. We started at GCT, and then we went to Al Station and started getting guys that we know, or even guys from other leagues that we play with. Like my original league, B&W, there's a lot of guys that I've met since I was, 26 years old. Now I'm 45. So built a lot of good relationships throughout the years playing golf, and then started going, with FOREBROS and getting courses and showing up and having a great time. So that's pretty much how it started, but it's not just like how we built it as a committee. So it's just not my group. We consider it everybody's group. And the committee consists of you, Andy Torres, Chris Jones, Charlie Gary, CJ Hinkle, and Saul, whenever we can find them when he's not hiding from us.
Well, Saul's off the grid, though. He's off the social media grid. He said it's because he's got there's potentially like hundreds of kids out there that could be his.
That's probably true.
Well, the reason why, I'm doing this league series right now, because it's just golf is hot right now, especially in San Antonio. And I think the catchphrase that you've really coined lately for putting FOREBROS out there is, you don't have a home, we got a home for you.
Oh, yeah. I like meeting guys that playing by themselves or something like, hey, man, come play with us, Hey, we have a home for you. You don't have to play by yourself, because I feel bad for those guys. It's on a prime Saturday or Sunday, you see them with the single, or, there ain't nothing against playing with your wife, by all means, but I don't want to play with my wife, but no, we like to just anybody. We have all skill levels in FOREBROS. We have, guys that teach the game like Mike Ray, and or two
Kevin
handicaps.
Kevin Kinsey.
Kevin Kinsey, you know. We got a very of range guys, you know, like Sergio, he's a 2. Jeff Keeker, you know, some of these guys. Chris Jones, he's a 4. And then we got guys, you know, I'm not going to say their names or anything like that.
I'll say their names. Jacob Munoz, I'll say it. Oscar, battle tested Duran, I'll say those guys' names.
But we built a good format that gives everybody a chance to win, you know, because there's always 6 winners with gross and net, and everybody has a good time and has a chance to win and go out there, and everybody's built some good relationships every time they go out there, and we must be doing something right if they want to come back again and again.
Well, I want to tell you, I think we've built something good, and luckily enough, it's worked out well. It has worked out well, and I've made some of my best friends and lasting friendships through the game of golf.
Oh, definitely.
And it's great, man. It's great. I think we do have some good formats. And why don't you talk about some of the formats that we're able to offer as Four Bros, and something that we've added? I know other leagues do use Golf Genius, and that is a tremendous app. But we have our own app that we use, and I think it kind of cuts that process a little bit, because at the end of every round, everyone's always waiting to see the payouts, and they want to hear their name. They want to hear their name being called.
Yeah. So what we use is called Gamebook, and that was introduced to us by CJ Hinkle. He used to run a league up in Arizona, and he got this Gamebook started with us, and that's been like a game changer, because you can see, like, all right, if I'm out of this tournament, maybe I can go out for skins, and you can kind of look like, you know, where you're at the leaderboard, or did you get a skin, or have you not, or if you're close to there. Some guys choke, some guys thrive on it if they know they're in first place or got 2 strokes, you know, left or in it. Some guys want to know what they're at, but it's kind of like the closest thing you can get to a PGA live scoring, where you can see where everybody's at from first to last place. And it has net skins on there. But our format is that we give out first, second, third for gross and net, and second for gross and net as well, and third. So there's always 6 winners. Not one guy can win one gross and then 1 net or anything like that. So you always have 6 winners, and then net and gross, and closest to the pins are pretty good.
I hate closest to the pins. No, don't. Okay. I'm going to stop you right there. All right, so we have all these damn payouts. We're playing at a top-notch course. We're playing at I'm taking over, right? This is my podcast, but I'm taking over the damn show. Yeah. We're at beautiful Tapatio Springs. You know, that's like your second home right over there, because whenever you get in trouble with Erica, hey babe, I got us a room, stay and play it at Tapatio.
Yeah, Tapatio. Yeah, that's the place right there. That's my second home.
And so we're out there playing, right? And I hate CTPs, closest to the pins, for those of y'all that don't know proximity. And because it's a higher end course, you know, we're paying more to get out there. And I think the buy-in was only like $10-15, right? And I win 3 of the 4 freaking closest to the pin, and ran. It's like I had an out-of-body experience. I played crappy the rest of the time, but I won 3 out of the 4 freaking closest to the pins. They only paid out like, I think, $5 each.
Yeah, usually they're 25 to 20.
I know. Only when it's Chewy, your brother, or Dede, your nephew, or Charlie, or Chris, or CJ. That's the only time those. But when I win it all, when I go 3 for 4, it's $5. Get out of here.
But you did win the ugly sweater contest, so
damn, that's true.
You know, that's something different we offer as well. We try to make just kind of crazy invitational, like we had that ugly sweater shootout. I think Landa just made the check out the hot chicks tubing shootout at Landa.
But that's true though. That's what everyone's always thinking.
Oh yeah. You know, when you come back from Landa, you're looking at all the girls walking or tubing right there at Dixon Park. I know I'm not the only one.
No, you are the only one. Remember, our wives do some look at this sometimes.
Okay, no, I don't look at anybody, man.
All right, man. So as we get into this group here, we've done some good things. We have some good payouts, and I think it all kind of stemmed from one of the outings we had at our home course, which is Alice Station Golf.
Oh yeah.
And I think one guy, and he should be watching, he should be listening, Sergio, he took all the damn money.
Oh yeah, he did.
He won like the net, he won the gross, he won everything. I paid out. He paid. He. I think I had several bets with him. I had bets with you. You were yelling inside. You were getting mad at your son Jake, and it was crazy. There was a lot of craziness, and I think from that day forth, it's just we kind of looked at the bigger scale.
Oh yeah. All our payouts, it's fair. Like I said, not one guy can win it all. It goes, we pay out to whoever's got great play that day. I don't take, or any of us, we like to see somebody that we've seen, that haven't done great and have a good round. It's nothing like personal or anything like, oh man, forget this guy, he's sandbagging or anything like that nature. It's like, we're happy to see somebody do good. And, some of these guys that are 18 handicaps and they win it close to the pin for $25, that's the best $25, they ever got. And, but just seeing the look on everybody's face when they win like a third place net or anything like that, like, oh shit, okay, I'm doing good. That brings out the best out of everybody. And even the guys that are just not doing very well, we'll reach out to them, or I'll reach out to them like, hey man, let's go play this week. Let's try to work on your game. Or have you not? Because I probably retired 3 times this year because I sucked it up and I'm like, I'm done with this damn game.
Well, you're infamous. You're infamous for a couple things. You got some catchphrases out there, and also you're known for going to a certain spot, hitting up a certain spot when the round's not so good. So why don't you tell everybody just a little story or a little backstory about the place you like to frequent after you have a tough round?
Oh, if I have a tough round. So this is where it's all started. So me and Andy go to Flynell, and Flynell's like this hidden gym 2-man tournament, 3 flights, has a Calcutta the next day. We were doing good the first day. It's a 2-day tournament, and we were in second place. We're like, okay, we can win this.
One off the lead. We're one shot off the lead.
One shot the lead. We're, drinking that night. The range was looking good. I thought I was ready. Like my game was prime, ready to go. My game left me. My eyes were watery. My brother's trying to give me lessons right after the damn round. I'm like,
that's a picture I need to put up. Yeah, I remember he had his hands. He had his hands around you. I'm gonna find that. Keep telling the story. I'm gonna find.
I was like, I'm done. Fuck this game. And going out of Bandera, there's a Dairy Queen, and I'm like, you know what, Andy? I fuck this. I need a dip cone or something. So I go in there and say, give me a large dip cone. I need something to make me feel better. And to this day, if anybody has a shit round, we always say, did you get a dip cone or anything? Because I was just pissed, man. And I was eating that dip cone. That made me feel a little bit better.
That it did. You were happy, man. You were a happy man. Because you know what? You have a game all the time, and that's one thing. And I think everybody's always looking to play. And I think that's that. In the game of golf, I'm sure as you've been in and been playing in these different leagues, and we don't mind playing with randos or whoever, right?
No, not at all.
And the thing is that I think it's kind of comfort, because some people, they want that comfort. They got that same foursome or they got that same twosome they're constantly playing with, and they just want to venture out. And I think that's one thing that the group has really provided for a lot of guys. You want to scratch that itch. You want to bet, you want to bet a little, $2 Nassau. You want to bet 5-5-5, bet 5 on the front, 5 on the back, 5 total.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, a lot of guys have gotten a lot more than maybe what we expected.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we have a variety. Like if you don't want to bet, you don't have to bet. Your guys that you can bet. Like I've lost over $200 in one outing, and we'll drink a beer after. But that's the thing. They can take your money, but that drives you to go back and practice. And you know what? I'm gonna take money back from that guy or whoever. Not, but if you can go with groups that we have and like, all right, I just want a nice friendly game, or just play out there, because some guys don't like to bet, which that's fine. But me, I'm a giver, I guess. I like to give my money away. But, sometimes I get that money back. Sometimes.
Well, why don't you talk about some of the different formats? You've talked about the payouts. Why don't you talk about the different types of formats, or the usual format we always play? Because I think the way we do things, it gives a lot of guys, it gives the A players a chance when they shoot well, that they'll be rewarded. It gives the B players a chance as well.
Yeah. Like coming up, we have a outing that's connected with Vatos Locos. That's going to be a 2-man scramble. But majority of our league is, straight up stroke play, because I don't know, a lot of the guys that I play, where they play a lot, scramble's fun and stuff, but we like to, you like to play your own ball. But every now and once in a while, we'll do a scramble here and there. But I think more is ours just based off stroke play, because, we can control what we can do. Then, and plus the pops you get. So if you get somebody with 18 pops, they get a pop on every hole, versus a scramble. But yeah, like with Vatos Locos, and then going forward, we might throw a 2-man scramble here or there. But I think majority of the guys like playing their own ball out, because I know I do. I like just, if I fuck up, it's my fault, not anybody else's or anything like that.
And I do think a lot of people like that. I know, and especially using that Gamebook app, we see the live leaderboard, just like in Golf Genius. And I think it gives you your pops, and so it really makes it easy. And it seems like, somebody that are always at the end. Hey, help me, please, please help me. You got those big sausage fingers, and you're trying to count. Yeah. You're trying to count money. You're trying to.
The app does everything for you. It's just knowing who's all there. So if I know Charlie, somebody's there, most likely I'm gonna be a little sauced up at the end. But if I know it's me, it's the separating like $700-800 at the end. That's the hard part, to do the payouts. But a lot of the guys step up and they help out and stuff. And like I said, a lot of this wouldn't happen without you, Charlie, and Chris, and Saul, and Sergio, Marcus. A lot of the guys step up and help. We all help each other out.
And I think that's one thing that's been the thriving point. We're nothing like an ACGT Tour series. That Travis does is nothing like what Kerry does. But seeing how they do things, it makes you want to do it at least a little bit bigger and better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And why don't you tell everybody? The big weekend we have coming up in April.
Oh yeah, so what we got is a big April outing. It's called the Fiesta Bash, and Andy came up with that name, actually.
Well, it's after Fiesta. It's after Fiesta. So, it's not really Fiesta, because Jake, the Fiesta King, El Rey Feo himself, Jake Munoz, he's like, just so you know, it's after Fiesta. And so I know, Guy, you're the Fiesta King. I know that, but.
Yeah, so we have a 2-day. We actually just got a contract with Alamo Golf Trail. Andy did that for us, so that was huge for us to get out there in those leagues, because we were traveling all over the area of San Antonio. But now that we can go locally, that's a big plus. But our first bash is the first days at Brackenridge. It's 2 separate days, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is at Brackenridge. Same, it's a $100 buy-in, but 50-50 for each day. Second day is at Almost Basin. And if you get them both days, then you can be the overall FOREBROS champion for the Fiesta Bash. So which I think that's going to be pretty fun. And then, we're going to take gin. I think we're voting on that to take established gin, because some guys, that's coming up pretty quick, which to get 3 outings. And so if that's verified, that'll get a lot more people in. But Almost is it's a hit. I think they did a great job with Almost. That's one of my favorite courses to play right now. And Brack is Brack. Brack has that thing about Brack that you enjoy every time you play there.
Oh,
So just to start off that Fiesta Bash, that's a awesome way to start that 2-day.
I think so. You're spot on with Almost, and you're spot on with Brack. I think Andrew Peterson, the CEO of the Alamo City Golf Trail, he's done. I mean, it's amazing, right? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And now that the greens are they're slowly trying. Everyone, the greens are too hard. The greens are too hard. You can't put anything in. But you know what? It didn't matter to me. You know what? I'm a short hitter, so I need that extra roll. I need those, I need those greens to be hard. And I think he's done a great job in how, especially, I think it's really the back nine more than anything, that it has that different layout.
Oh, yeah.
And those undulations of the greens and how there's no flat putts. And it's amazing. It's amazing what they've done out there. It looks freaking sharp. And then Brack, it's just, you hear it's the majestic field, the charm, the old clubhouse, the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. And it's just the spirit of golf. If you don't feel the spirit of golf there when you play Brack, there's something you don't get. There's something wrong with you. You don't have those feels.
Exactly. Yeah. But a big shout out to which we considered, and we've all talked about this, that brings us back to the courses, is customer service. And to me, Outstation Golf Course is our home course because it's their customer service is unreal there. Like, they treat us like family. When you check in to the restaurant, when you're a little, drunk and you want to do a hot 9, they, let you go out there and act a fool. Hopefully not too much of a fool where CJ's hanging off of a tree.
I covered that when I had the director of golf operations, Ben Chambers, on. I made sure, and he took it pretty good. I'll tell you that. He really took it pretty good. I thought he was going to get mad or lose our numbers and not invite us out anymore. Yeah. But Ben, Mrs. Reed, they're top notch. It's top notch. If I have anything to say about anyone, they treat you so good, you want to come back every time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And that's our biggest thing as a group is, you want to be treated, fair at least. And, some of these other courses, just kind of lose the feel of that sometimes. But overall, just being with your buddies and, doing the outing, that makes up for some of the customer service out there.
All right, let's go ahead and post. Let's post up some of these posts, some of these comments. Well, it says this Facebook user, but that's Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts, the co-host of Texas Golf Insider. He said, "What about him? What about him, Dave? You did not start this, Dave, but we're waiting for you to come on out, Maya." Like Dave. Oh yeah, Dave chimes in a lot, but he hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, once it's probably a double-edged sword. Once you come out, you don't want to leave, man.
And then I got Michael Osman. Right here. Sounds like my kind of group. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maya's been divorced like 10 times. 10 times, and you know what? He's been like divorced 10 times, and because it's the course. It's the course that he loves. It's really,
my therapist said golf is good for me.
And then we got Sergio right here. When we're talking about Almost and Brack right now. Love that track. So it's got to be one of those two. But yeah. Sergio, he's a top gun, dude. He don't
like Mission. Funny story on Sergio. We're riding together, we're playing around, and Sergio's working on his game, and he goes double, and he looks at me like, what do I do? I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But that was the funniest thing ever. He's like looking at me like, I'm like, hey, I don't know. I'm just trying to get an 80, 82 out of here, man. Like,
okay. Well, I remember you said, like, I guess some of the guys in the group were like, this guy's good.
Yeah, because we went there, I was like, that's my buddy Sergio. He's a 2 handicap. And then they were like, after he went double, I said, no, for real, he's a 2 handicap. And they were like, well, he's got nice shoes. And the back nine he shot a 34, so they were like, yeah, he's a 2 handicap, like,
Sergio right there. You got the laughing emoji, the crying emoji. He says, I'm crying right now. Okay, and yes, like Sergio, like good ass dude, right? Good ass dude. I met him through the podcast. I met him at GCT. Great freaking guy, right? Maybe he took it easy on me the first time we played. We played like 9 holes, and I say, you know what? I can keep up with this guy. I can keep up with this guy. And now that he's in FOREBROS, like man, this guy's just going to another level, right? So I think we're there. We're playing one of the events out there at Alice Station. And I asked Marcus, said, Marcus, where's Sergio? He's on the range. He's working some shit out. after the round, I said, man, like, what's this guy doing? He's like, he's over there pounding like 200 golf balls.
Oh yeah, he loves the game. That's what I like about Sergio. He loves the game. But yeah, this group we're all got that camaraderie that we love that because we
don't be trying to say those hard words, bro.
Those hard words that got me right there. I'm on my fourth Michelob right now. But I like how our families, if it's anybody that we go to Tapatio, our families went out there. We had a blast. We golfed for 2 days straight. Had the wives and kids out there. But anybody that played any kind of sports or in the military, or because we have retired military in our group, we got veterans, we got guys that are current Air Force and Army in there. And we've had guys that said, this is what I missed, like the round and being after the round, and just it reminds them a little bit of being in the military or having that sports stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Camaraderie.
And then I got Ali Trevino, top notch golfer, stud golfer.
Oh yeah, she's stud. I played. We saw her at our station. Yeah,
she's stud golfer. All right, Ali. Just in case you're wondering, there was somebody who beat you on the second day at the tournament there in Alice Station. It's this guy. It's Jeremiah. I don't know. It's Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah. Jeremiah and Chris Jones were the guys that beat you and your husband. All right. So there was one person, there was one group, there was one twosome. That's my boy right here. LOL Hot 9. And Allie's also, she's assistant golf coach at Our Lady of the Lake. And man, I got to play with her in the Our Lady of the Lake athletic charity tournament, athletic fund charity tournament out there at GCT. Dude, freaking stud. Look, there you go. I hate you.
Yeah, no, they can ball. The numbers they came up with, I'm like, holy crap. I was like, me and Chris had to play the best golf of our, we were riding each other like Seed Biscuit the whole 18, man. Like, but we played the best golf we could that second day. The first day we just left early, like we're done. But we came out firing the second day. That's a great tournament as well.
Now, I know we've talked a lot about the league and some of these good stories, but I think there's a lot of good leagues out there, because I'm going to play an interview with Jaime Martinez, who runs the Vatos Locos League, another set of good guys. And what do you think really is maybe the one thing that kind of makes ours, I'm not going to say different, but that makes our group a little special?
I think ours is, I think we have some old and new, like a lot of the guys that are in the group, they're guys that I've known forever, and they're in their 60s, 70s, and then we have, the younger kids, the Jake Ramirez, from the 20s to the, 30s or what have you not, and just having all that mixture, and the young guys learning from the old guys learning from the one, and we just mix everybody up and everybody enjoys themselves. And then I think that does it right there. And, and once everybody gets to know each other, we all text each other throughout the week, maybe too much.
Well, it's really you. It's really you.
Yeah. But I text so many people and I enjoy it. And like I said, I throughout the week, if anybody wants to play, I'm always looking for people to come out and play, stuff like that. But we also promote other groups, like, because me and you played in Alamo Golf Trail. I just started in Satiga, my B&W League, Vatos Locos. Golf Fellowship as well. So it's not like, we're out there too, because we do twice a month. Those guys that do weekly, oh, they can have that. it's tough running a weekly league. It's just tough doing it twice a month. And I give them kudos for that, because the rest of the week we're trying to take a break just to enjoy ourselves, to go to the other leagues and don't have to worry about pairings, money, anything like that. But when we do have our outings, it's very enjoyable, though.
Now, why don't you just kind of just tell us just really, I guess, what's your favorite course around town? I know Alice Station's our home course, but I know you've played all over. You've had the privilege of being, thank you for your service, being a veteran. And you've had the privilege of getting on and working on base. And so you regularly get on the military courses as well. Which one of these courses around town has been like, I guess your gem, your one hidden gem, or you're just your favorite track?
In town, I would say Randolph is a hidden gem. Plus, you need, credentials to get on base, so not everybody can go. But my favorite one has to be, it's outside of town, in town would be almost Randolph, but outside of town would be Comanche and Valor Creek. Those are my top 4. I know you just asked me for one, but I gave you 4 courses.
So you're not getting this straight. You're not understanding. This. It's one. Well,
it's just one. I would say right now, almost. That's my favorite right now in town, just because of the layout and the new greens and stuff like that.
I love it. I do love it, and it's nice. It's nice because I get to go during my lunch break to go putt over there. And just to kind of clear my head, and it's beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's right there by the quarry. It's you see the quarry. It's right alongside the freeway, and it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some of the ponds. It's got some beautiful trees out there. The layout is just spectacular. I mean, they did. Andrew Peterson, the Alamo City Golf Trail. Yeah, they have really outdone themselves with that track.
And then, like I said, Randolph has the best. And you played there before.
Dude,
that's a hidden gem.
It is. I've only played there once. I'm waiting for you to take me back.
Those have the best greens and fairways.
Oh, it's
like a Muni.
It's legit.
Yeah.
It's so legit. And I love how, I guess, what hole is it that's right by the runway?
I think that is.
There's several holes right there.
Yeah. I think that's like
11, 12, right?
11 and 12. Yeah, that par 5. Yeah, that par 5 where the jets are taking off and stuff.
Yeah, if no one's ever been, it's got the runway right there, and they were actually doing like a training exercise when we were there, right? They were flying these crazy F-16s, or I don't know what they were, but they're all like camoed out. All of them, they were all different type of camoed out. It was amazing, dude. I was in awe.
Yeah, and the best part is when they do taps at the end of the day, or bringing the flag down, and you just see everybody in the course just stop and go towards the flag and salute, or
that's amazing, dude. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. All right, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the interview I had with Jaime. I'd appreciate it if you stay on so we can finish out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, and continuing with our league and golf outing theme here, I have Jaime Martinez representing the Vatos Locos golf group here in San Antonio. How's it going tonight, Jaime?
Hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, man, appreciate you being on and giving us an insight into the VLG group. Why don't you give everybody just a little bit of heads up and a little bit of info about the Vatos Locos group?
Well, we're fairly new. We just started. We've been we erected probably about I'd say about a little over a year ago. We welcome anybody, any diversity. It doesn't matter. The one main goal that we have all in common is we all love golf. We hang out and we build a camaraderie together, man. So if anybody's ever interested, we're more than open to accept anybody.
Well, I know you have to be pretty diverse to accept somebody like myself and to be included in the text messages and the outings. So you must be pretty accepting.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. We have waivers, bro. So you pass. We got that one, brother.
All right. So why don't you tell all our viewers and listeners what are some of the courses and what is the league, or how is the scoring set up for the VLG group?
Okay, so we play here in San Antonio. Typically, we don't play too many municipals. We play more of the more expensive courses, I guess. But we're open to municipals as well. But we play in the San Antonio area and the surrounding areas and everything. And the scoring system is based off of the Stapleford point system. So that's what we actually use and everything. That's how we started it, and it's been going pretty well, man. So I think everybody enjoys the format because you can have a scratch golfer come out there and play, and then you can have somebody that's really never even played, a novice, man, and it's fair to everybody across the board.
Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Stapleford scoring, that is scoring. You get scored off of bogey and below, right? Like birdie, par,
Yes,
eagle, ace, albatross. So the better the score, the better the score for that hole, the more points you get, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Absolutely right.
Now, I know you have a huge event coming up on January 22nd. I know you said more expensive courses, but you play some of the really nice gems around town and around the surrounding San Antonio area. You have one at Valor Creek. Now, I know you texted me earlier. How many players do you have for that event at the moment?
Well, right now I got 50. So I was trying to pull you back in. I had 52, but I ended up losing 2 or 3 of them, and exhausted my standby list, man. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me go to the waiver wire and see if I can get Andy, man. So
well, I'm thinking about it because I know Saturdays I'm available, and that's normally when the FOREBROS play, and so I always try to keep my Saturdays open, especially with Mama. You gotta clear with the missus first, right? Because if the missus says yes, then everything else kind of falls in place.
absolutely, brother. Happy wife, happy life, bro.
Oh man, exactly, bro. Now, why don't you tell us some of the stories or some of the best times that you've had out there with the Vatos Locos group?
Well, aside from just playing golf, man, because that's always just a blessing to get away from home and or get away from work and just go and enjoy yourself. But one of the funniest stories I can think of would be really not so much on the golf course itself. It was out in the parking lot, and I say the story because it's kind of how we started and everything. I was driving up over to the golf club of Texas. I had an outing that morning, and I'm driving up, and I see a group of guys. There's about 3 or 4 of them, man. And I'm pulling in, driving by them, and I notice that they're just staring, man. And I'm like, and I'm like, are these guys looking at my ride, or what do they want to? Are they trying to steal something, or what? So anyway, I get out of the vehicle, man, and lo and behold, it's one of my buddies, Rick Villegas and his guys, man, and he comes and he said, "Hey, man, what's going on?" He said, "We thought you were somebody else, man." I was like, "Oh no." So we get to talking, and I say, "Hey, man," I say, you guys playing golf with the group out here today?" And he's like, "What group?" And I told him about it. It was another group that I was playing with, and he's like, "No, man." He's like, "No, I don't know anything about him." Anyway, lo and behold, I gave him the information, man. We started talking and everything, and we became really good friends, all of us, man. So that's kind of how the group started, man. They started coming out with this other group, and we used to start playing and everything, but I always had my original group, and they had their groups, and we started pulling more people in and all of that. And we said, you know what? I don't ever get to play golf with you, Rick, or Dave, or Angel, or Alex Quinones, any one of them guys, man. I said, we hang out afterwards, but I said, we've never played golf together. So I came up with the idea to say, hey, I'm going to make a tee time. And we came out, we started with 8, bro. And we built from there, bro, and that's how we originated. But that's part of my story because I think it was funny, man. As I'm driving by, they're thinking they're looking at my vehicle, and I'm thinking, hey, they're trying to steal my car or something, and they thought I was somebody else, man. So,
all right, now off the record, I know there's a lot of talk off the record with in regards to Phil and the Saudi Golf League, right, and the PGA. Like he had spoke to Alan Shipwreck. He stated that it was off the record, right? Well, Jaime tells me a different story that he wanted to tell off the record. All right, and maybe you were there, right? So, and this is just this is per Jaime's words, not mine. Jaime goes, well, this is the story I really wanted to tell you. And he tells me off the damn air. And I said, Jaime, this is the shit I'm looking for, guy, right? Okay. So what happened is that, we're doing the payouts and we're all there. And I can't remember the guy's name. He was telling me the name. And I know some of the guys, but I don't know all the guys. So he's gathering everybody up and he goes, hey, man, come over here. Hey, everybody gather around. We got a special award for you. We got a special award for you, right? So he goes back. One of the guys goes back to their bag, comes back, and we got you this special putter, right? We got this special putter for you.
Yeah, I was there.
Right. You finished the rest of the story since you were there.
Yeah, so it was actually a guy that played in my group, right? In that outing or whatever we had, and it was at Horseshoe Bay. I think it was called the Lighthouse or something like that. One of the courses down there by Marble Falls. And this guy, he was playing good or whatever. He's probably 18, 19 handicap. Real good guy. He played with me, my other buddy Adrian, and some other guy I just met there that day. And at the end of the round, we're just buying beers or whatever. They give this guy, you're like, hey, man, just want to tell you that, you stepped up your game. You had you putted real good and this and that. And he was so excited. And then once he pulled off the thing, it was a fucking a dick putter or whatever, a cock putter with balls and shit. He was all like, what the fuck? But his face before that was like, oh, really, guys? I shouldn't have. He was so excited, That's that was so hilarious. That was the best one right there, man.
Well, that's what Jaime tells me, right? And I said, Jaime, the podcast, Jaime, NothingisOB. Don't give me this story. We met some guys in the parking lot. Like, what did y'all do? Make out or what? Was that the story or what the hell?
Yeah, that reminds me of the one where we had the Vatos Locos. We were there with Saul. You were there, all of us. Saul, and then I'm looking at the app and I'm like, is this going to Chris Jones? Is this app broken with Saul? Because all it's saying is 7, 7, 7, 7, 6. And then when I saw the 6, okay, it's not broken. Well, Saul was having a tough day because he came out. I'm done. Don't ask me. I'm not betting no more. I'm over this. This dude was
for the 10th time. Like the 10th time he said that.
Well, everybody got their money, and I told somebody wants some money. I said, hey, Daddy, let me see your envelope. And I gathered everybody around, and Chris Jones could tell, and everybody was just silent. I said, hey, I just want to give this award to money to Saul. And it was an empty envelope, like we're getting last place. He was off. We kick them while we're down,
But that, what? When we stab people, we stab them in the front.
Oh yeah, you got to stab them in the front.
Never in the back. All right, bro. So the big topic, the hot thing right now is Phil Mickelson's comments about the Saudi Golf League and the PGA. Now, everybody knows what's going on. He stated to kind of give him an out that it was off the record to when somebody, this guy, Alan Shiprick, who's doing an unauthorized autobiography on Phil, right? And the thing is that I have no problem with what Phil said. I have no problem with what the crap he talked about the Saudi Golf League, about the kind of crooks they are, and the kind of people that you're dealing with, and then how the PGA is withholding money from them and their media rights. I have no problem with what Phil said. The problem I have with Phil is that how he backtracks so quick. Because yes, he did lose a huge sponsor, and his main sponsor was a KMG, right? KPMG, yeah. And so, when he started to lose money, that's when he apologized. And I have no issue with that. But you know what? We're all men, and you know what? You have to live with your convictions, and you have to live with the consequences. Is that, hey, you said what you said, good for you, but don't backtrack and say you're sorry. Stick to your guns.
Yeah, exactly. I had to read up on it some more because I just saw, what was on TV or whatever, but I wanted to really look on his comments and those nature. Like you said, to me, it's different. A lot of people are, society now is real sensitive, and me and you or us growing up, and we even rag on each other now and stuff like that. But that's just my thing, is the society is a little bit more sensitive than it used to be. And I might say some things that I shouldn't say, but hey, look it, I don't backtrack
it. You're like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. I probably called a couple people afterwards, like, hey, my bad.
How many times? You've had to do that a lot. You've had to do
that a lot. Yeah. I bought Jake a pizza after I hurt his feelings.
All right. So what do you think? I mean, what do you think of that whole? I think Phil's got to live with his convictions. I do, and it seems like everyone's stating that he's committed professional and social media suicide, and I don't think. Hey, everybody loves a comeback story, right? Everybody wants to see. They loved it when Tiger won the 2019 Masters. Everybody just love seeing people come back from the dead.
Oh yeah, he has to come back and just win another tournament. They always forgive winners. Like there was been so many of that. Tiger, once he came back, everybody hated him when he cheated on his wife and stuff like that. But
I didn't. He was human. He showed really that he's human. And I think that's the thing. They were talking about that too, about how Billy Payne, at the time, I think he was the chairman of Augusta, saying our great champion did this and these actions or whatever. And I'm just like, no, man, like you want to see someone's vulnerability. You want to see that they're human and they screw up and they fuck up just like we do. And I think
just like Justin Thomas recently lost his sponsors for saying some gay slurs, and like nobody's on Justin Thomas' ass anymore.
Oh, hey, Phil helped everybody out, bro.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he said what he said. Own up to it.
Oh, I need to see who said this. Okay, hey, via Washington, our boy, a FOREBROS member right here. Is this his Facebook user? But it's CJ. Kim Kardashian is my favorite comeback story.
Yes, she is.
It is. It's a true underdog story. A true come from behind story.
Yep.
All right, man. So last thing right here, bro. I appreciate your time tonight. Last thing. Who are you playing your final round of golf with?
Final round of golf. That would be my dad. That would be on my top of the list. Some of y'all that know me just know I just lost my dad a couple months ago or whatever. But everybody showed me a lot of support on coming for that little memorial tournament I had for him. And so that would be top of my list. My dad, I think Arnold Palmer, and my brother Chewy and Day Day. That would be good. Get there. My dad never played golf, but just to be on the course with him, to talk to him again, that would be my dream. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man. But Day Day would whoop everyone's ass, though.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know.
Oh yeah. Day Day's a stud, man. They said what happened to me, it skips a generation, I guess.
Yeah. All right, man. Okay, here we go. So as we were talking about that Alsatian or the Flying L tournament that we went to, I was able to dig up some of the pictures. You said it was a rough time. It was a rough time. It was a rough time in your golf career.
Yes, it was.
This is this is what did it for you. This is what brought you back to life.
Brought me back to life.
Look at that.
That dip cone saved my life, man. It looked like somebody took a shit on that cone.
Remember, she messed up on it, and you're like, no, that's perfect. I'll take it.
It's perfect. That's a shitty dip cone, man. If you look at it.
Hey, but you know what? She gave you more ice cream and more chocolate. And then this is the one that I had to snap a picture of, and my wife was there. And I said, look at this guy. You played so bad. I'd never seen you play that bad before. And this is Chewy. This is Chewy over here. He's trying to give you lessons, bro.
Yeah, it's already over. Shit.
Ya pa qué?
Fuck already over. God, those were some dark times, man. But that dip cone brought me back. And so if y'all ever having a tough round, just hit up Dairy Queen, man. Tell them to give you the Jeremiah's dip cone special.
All right, Maya. Man, thanks, man. I got right here one last thing right here. One last thing. I got those for those that want to see for those guys that want to see their schedule right here.
Oh yeah, so we have a different kind of lineup. So we have, city courses and those out of town courses like Valor, Comanche. I kind of run a schedule, so I told you my favorites, so you see them on there. But we try to go through months ahead of time to give people enough notice to come out there. So just look at the schedule and come on out. We welcome everybody. We don't dog anybody that's a 20 handicap or 2 handicaps that struggle. We take everybody.
Here we go. I think that's one thing that makes our group really special is that we have people from all walks of life. We share a lot of common interest, and it's just about the golf. It's about the golf. It's about the golf. No other little funny business. And amongst that, golf has been like the fire starter. It's been the spark. And I think it's been everybody else's in the group has brought something. I think a lot of the guys have some great ideas. And I really love that about Chris, about Charlie, about CJ and you, that everybody's willing to listen. And I think that's what everybody brings something to the table.
Oh yeah. It's not like, I like it because it's not one person's group. That's what we all decided on. It's everybody's group. Even the newest guy that comes on there, this is his group.
Well, no, I don't know. It's not his group. I'm just kidding, man.
No, but that's why we did that committee, because we don't want a dictatorship or anything like that. And we always, have our meetings and vote on things and that stuff, which and everybody has their jobs. Like Charlie's there to clean it up.
Clean it up. He's the cleanup crew.
Yeah, Charlie's the cleanup crew.
Chris is Uncle Penny Sacks.
Yeah, Chris good on that money, man.
He's the money man.
He's good on that money. Yeah.
I think he's in the wrong line of work. He should be like a CPA, dude. I mean,
yeah, he should.
He'll make those numbers right.
Yeah, I'll probably give more, or I'll short somebody. I don't know, by accident.
Well, thank you, Maya. I appreciate you being on the show, brother, and I look forward to getting back out there on the course with you. Let me just go ahead and put one more comment right here from our boy Freddie. Good podcast, guys. Can't wait to get back out.
He got those new J's, showing them off to everybody. He's got to use them.
Yeah, but they're size 6 though. That's why he got them so cheap.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate you being
on
the show.
Bro. All right. Thank you.
Good night. Hope you enjoyed the show. It was pretty fun. We had a blast. Thank you for everybody that commented on here. I got my boy Jacob Munoz right here. He needs to register so his name can register out here. Said we were out there in the spirit world, and I like how he labeled Chris, Charlie, Maya, and I the gimme crew. I like how he labeled us the gimme crew. I hate gimmies because I miss so many putts. It's Maya. It's really Maya. He started the game. There's an inner group within FOREBROS 2.0, and it's the gimme crew, and that's Maya. Maya's the ringleader. He's the ringleader. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please visit my website, www.NothingisOB.com. You can hit me up on different forms of social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. NothingisOB is my handle. Also, please check out my YouTube channel, NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast. I'm on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud. Please click the subscribe button. You can leave a comment, rate, and review. It's how it helps me grow the podcast. I truly thank you for all your support. Remember, in the game of life, nothing is OB.